Nat Phillips reveals moment he stopped training to leave Liverpool and what Ibrahima Konate transfer means for his future. Exclusive, Nat Phillips reveals all about his Liverpool future to Theo Squires as he admits how close he came to leaving the club last summer. My bags were packed. My bags were packed and in the car. That was how close Nat Phillips came to leaving Liverpool last summer. Having won promotion to the Bundesliga with VfB Stuttgart in 2020, the centre-back had accepted his Reds' journey was at an end and, with Virgil van Dijk, Joe Gomez and Joel Matip ahead of him in the pecking order, was happy to accept pastures new at Swansea City in search of regular football last October. That day training at Liverpool, I dropped out early, he recalled in an exclusive interview with The Echo. All the staff knew that the move was meant to happen. I think it would have been a permanent move and they wanted to protect me, they didn't want me to get injured in training. It didn't feel like it wouldn't happen. It seemed almost done, but as the day went on, I just thought, oh right, maybe this isn't going to go the way we all imagined this morning. Come the evening, once my bags were packed, I wasn't going to move back in with my parents again because I'd just come back from Germany, so I went and got a flat, and that was the process of me moving out of home again. When the move fell through, the defender was understandably frustrated. Fresh from enjoying the taste of regular football but now facing the prospect of a half a season, at least, on the sidelines. It was very frustrating, he said. I'd just had my first state of playing for a first team in front of fans, bringing value to a side and being more than just a training player in Stuttgart, and I loved it. I was looking forward to building on that. I was realistic enough to know that while Virgil, Joe, Joel and even Fab were there, they were all ahead of me in the pecking order. It would have taken extreme circumstances for that to change for me, which no one would have foreseen, for me to have a chance of playing. Even just playing, I wanted to be playing regularly and someone who brings value to a side and adds something. That's what I was getting by moving away. When the possibility of me not playing football for a first team in a competitive manner seemed to be taken away and wasn't coming to fruition for half a season, it got me worrying a bit because I am aware of my age. I didn't want to turn into one of these players who is 24 or 25 with barely any games under their belt. At my age, I need to be playing games. While it might not have felt that way at the time, Phillips was about to get exactly what he desired at Anfield. A season-ending injury suffered by Van Dijk in the Merseyside derby opened the door to the centre-back as he was brought back into the Liverpool first-team picture before being handed his Premier League debut against West Ham United. Phillips admits the Dutchman's absence had a negative impact on the Reds squad. But is well aware he would have endured a season on the sidelines had it not been for such circumstances. Virgil's injury was horrible for him and horrible for the club as well, he said. It's never nice seeing a player getting injured, but in my case, it meant they needed to rely on another centre-back, and that's how I got my opportunity. I was grateful to have the opportunity, to be in that place at that time, that I was the guy they had to turn to in the injury crisis. There were previous occasions where I might have got opportunities but had injuries myself, so was unavailable. But this time I felt I was in a decent place, having come back from my loan spell at Stuttgart, to seize my opportunity. There was pressure because of the level that is expected of any Liverpool player. Not only that, Virgil is the best centre-back in the world and you're getting compared to him and whether you can do the same job he does for Liverpool. But I was just excited to be getting an opportunity to play for Liverpool in the league and to be playing football again in a first team. From 1 foot out the exit door to proving he was capable of starting on a weekly basis for Liverpool, the defender grew in stature as the season wore on. Finishing the campaign with 20 appearances, 9 clean sheets, 1 goal and 1 assist as the Reds fought back from a tough mid-season to secure Champions League football. And while his opportunities might have initially fallen more through necessity than choice, Phillips paid tribute to his manager for giving him the opportunity to prove himself and repay his faith. At first I was just doing a job and filling in. I was more than happy to do it, but you want to be adding value and helping the team out, he said. In my first few games, I was just making sure I got through the games. Did my job and didn't slip up to ensure it wasn't noticeable that someone who wasn't a regular was playing. That was the aim at the start, just to swim. But as the season went on, I felt more responsibility and more confident, and it felt like I could add a bit of value and bring something. The manager's done so much for me and the opportunities he's provided me with. I'm so grateful that he saw something in me and went out of his way to work on that and do whatever he could to help me achieve as much as I can. I will forever be grateful to the manager for that. The only thing that has changed is my role in the squad at the end of the season being different to what it was before. So maybe he has to rely on me more than he ever used to, and hopefully he now feels he can place all of his faith in me when I'm playing on the pitch. Yet despite Jurgen Klopp's newfound trust in Phillips, the defender is well aware competition will be tougher than ever for him next season. He had already witnessed Liverpool signing 2 new centre-backs in January in the form of Ozan Kabak and Ben Davies before they added £36 million man Ibrahima Konate to their ranks last month. With Van Dijk, Gomez and Matip all set to return from injury in pre-season, it is inevitable that the 24-year-old will slip down the pecking order despite not putting a foot wrong. However, he is ready to embrace the challenge, having already secured his temporary place in the Reds' backline after their mid-season recruitment. And is looking forward to lining up alongside Konate this summer. It's no surprise to see Konate signed. Liverpool is a huge club and they are always going to have huge competition for places, he acknowledged. You always have to compete for your place in the team. Even though there is a lot of competition, I see it as another person to try and learn from. A new person's game I get to see up close, see how they play and see if I can take anything from that. At Liverpool there is always going to be high competition for a place on the pitch. No matter who you are, you don't have a right to play for them, and certainly not myself, having only played a handful of games when the new boys came in. It didn't surprise me when Kabak and Davies were signed. I knew the situation the club was in terms of personnel, centre-backs and injuries, and we needed more players in that position. For me, it was just a case of when I get my opportunity to play as well as possible and do as much as I can to take it and make sure I retain the place. That's how I approached it. Ozzy came in and did a good job. He helped us out massively. I don't think we'd have finished the season the way we did if he hadn't come over and helped us out so much. You want to be playing as much as possible, but you have to earn it. There are occasions when you get on there by default because of injuries, but they don't come along very often. If you want to play as often as possible, you need to embrace that fight and play to a high enough standard to hold off such competition. Despite Phillips' performances during the final weeks of the season, his future remains the subject of speculation. Now a proven Premier League centre-back, he is worthy of regular game time and appreciates that might not be on offer at Anfield. Admitting there would be no doubts about his availability for transfer had he not played so well for the Reds. revealing he is set to have talks with Klopp later this summer. A decision is yet to be made on the defender's future. And he's admitted that while he'd love to stay at Liverpool, he's prepared to move on depending on the result of those discussions and the role on offer to him. "We haven't had a conversation about it up until now," he said. "I think the situation is, initially they didn't anticipate me having the season and putting in the performances that I did do. Maybe where they might have thought I was just going to do a job and then they would be able to sell me and I would move on. Now they're having second thoughts. I'm not sure. I still need to have the conversations with them and just see if there is a role for me there and what role they would want me to play. It would depend on if they saw a role for me at Liverpool and then what role that would be. I would have to decide what is best for myself off the back of that. I have loved all of my time at Liverpool up until this moment, to have been taken in by the fans so much this year and have loved having the opportunity to play for the club. I have loved every minute of it and would love to carry on playing for the club. But I've also got to take into consideration what is best for my career. And that will depend on what role Liverpool see they do or don't have for me, and I'll have to go from there.